Peace and blessings and benedictions. My name is Brother Levi. You're basically now about to study hydroponics. You're studying the art and science of growing plants and water. In the world of botany, this is labeled as aquaculture. So everyone say aquaculture. Aquaculture. And in aquaculture there is hydroponics, which is the science of growing plants and water, ponds. Plants growing in ponds. Now the history, the legacy of hydroponics, the oldest, most powerful hydroponic experiment ever done is in Kemet, Egypt. The oldest, and the reason why it's the oldest experiment is here's a little secret.
The irrigation system.
The oldest system is because not only the irrigation system, check this out. What was being irrigated?
Well, the crops. What? The water period. The water period for the.
Here's the complete scientific fact. I want you to go get. There's a book by Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben's book, The Black Man, the Nile, and His Family. By Dr. Ben. What's it called? The Nile, the Black Man, and His Family by Dr. Ben. Okay? And in that book, and in many other books, it's stated that the black man and woman created the Nile. That we actually engineered that by creating irrigation and setting up irrigation systems along the pathway of the river Nile that actually shape the way it moves. That's why when you study the Nile, they study the Nile in cataracts. Because the people actually use the Nile, like you said, to do irrigation. But when you have that many people irrigating all up to each cataract, from the south to the north, that's the other way. Now our orientation, I'll tell you, you're going to learn a lot in this class. Our orientation is in reverse because of who we live with. Okay? So your ancestors' orientation was that north was south, south was north. And the earth was vertical. So the river Nile flows from the southern parts, the southern-eastern part of Africa coming in, and it goes up to what they call the Nile Delta. Okay? Aswan. Later on, they put all the dams in. That's all man-made. Like we talk about the Aswan Dam, and all that was, in fact, that put half of Egypt and Sudan underwater. And a lot of statues and pyramids. There's statues of Ahmed and Ramses underwater in Sudan, because the Aswan, if you go under the Aswan Dam, where that water is collected, there are statues under there. Because when they built the dam, they flooded the cities, they flooded the ancient land. So again, the Nile River is the longest river in the world, and it is the oldest waterway that human beings irrigated and channeled and created. So your ancestors changed the flow of a river to feed the world. So hydroponics is an ancestral science. It's not something that just popped off. Another region of the world, we want to take you down. We talk a lot about FBA, right? So I know you're going to love this. Black people have been in America historically. We talk about the genetic part now. African genetics have been around for 10,000 years in this land. It's not wrong. Pyramids, they have the Mayan pyramids. Okay, the Mexican pyramid, the Olmec pyramids, the Mayan pyramids. Your ancestors built those pyramids. And the language even in those pyramids are related to Africa. The languages? Okay. But in Mexico, I was going to go further east, but I said, no, I'm going to go to Mexico for a minute. Because I said, where could they hear about the history of hydroponics in America? Ancient America. And we are ancient America, right? Afro-Indigenous people. Right. And there's something in ancient Mexico called chiampas. Say chiampas. Chiampas. Okay. Write this down. C-H. Oh yes. We're going back down 5,000 years, 3,000 years, 10,000 years in time. C-H-I-A-M-P-A-S. Chiampas. Come on in, how you doing? Yes, come on in, join. We're going to set you up, get everything going for you. Now, you got a chair here, that way we keep it flowing. All right, chiampas. Now let me explain the chiampas. The chiampas, Mexico City, the chiampas were a floating city. It's a floating barge. And your ancient ancestors, the Mayans, the Olmecs, and later on the Aztecs, the Incas, but the Olmecs, the Mayans, who are the oldest groups that was there, who later on, through time, dealt with wars. That's another historical lesson.
Right.
But what they did was they grew food on rafts. So they would have vegetation on straw rafts with certain deposits of mud and barges that would float on the water. And when they would come back and swim up, or swim back up through the barges, and that whole city, we talking about city, blocks and waterways, can you hear me? Of ancient Mayan people, ancient Mexican people, growing food on top of barges. So they were called chiampas. This is about 2,000, 3,000 years ago in ancient Mexico. All right? So hydroponics is not a new art. It's an old art. Our elders gave it to us. One of the quickest ways we see hydroponics being practiced is in making cuttings. So I know I got my elders here, so they think, yes, yeah. My grandma, that used to be one of the things that would bewilder me as a child. That's why I really like doing this. When I would come, and she'd be working on the flowers, or I'd come over, and you know, your little boys and your little girls would run around. But one thing I used to do is every once in a while, look at her plants, you know, they up on that long rack, they go to the ceiling. And I always was perplexed about the roots that had the long stem, the long roots all in this glass jar, and the plant had just grown spiraling down the thing. And I said, where's the soil at? Why is it spiraling down the pole? So hydroponics is ancient. Okay, your grandparents, your grandmothers, your fathers have been doing it for years. But I wanted you to see an ancient side of it. Like, no, it didn't come through the textbook. No, it didn't come in the mail. Your ancestors invented this art since the pyramids. The Mayan pyramids and the Egyptian. All right? And the last place I love to mention, and I love this one, is the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. If you ever study hydroponics, you know these are requirements, but they don't give you all the areas where there's more stuff complexity than that. But the Hanging Gardens of, there's a lot of,
Well, you know, I heard about it.
yeah, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon is also where you see hydroponics, and you see plants growing in water, okay? So I just want to give you a historical reference, that this is not foreign, it is not new, okay? So, let's get to the next part. Hydroponics, on a scientific level, is taught that it's growing plants in a soilless medium, or a medium that uses various types of soil textures. Okay? Like for instance, you can grow in gravel and rocks. You can grow, believe it or not, in cotton sponges. I'll show you all of these different techniques. You can grow in, and this is my girl right here. Now this to me this is like between these two. This one I love is a hydroponics. Right. But of the gardening to hydroponic availability to everyone is cocoa coir. Cocoa coir is pressed coconut shell. This is coconut bark, pressed coconut shells, and gets grounded up, pressurized, and then you can get it as a brick. And once you put water to it, it expands. It is nothing but ground up coconut. There's no biome in this. There's no bacteria.
Oh wait.
There's none of that in here. So it's just mainly a soil medium that's used to hold your seed. Okay. So you can also this is one medium you can use. Now, how can you do it? Right, step by step. I'm gonna start here. There's one more medium also we use in hydroponics. I'll be remiss not to teach this one too. You see these two? These might be the two cleanest. Now again, in hydroponics, remember, it's always on how clean you can get the grow without using heavy amounts of soil to no soil. The reason why is because your pumps have soil build up and they'll stop. So these two mediums I think are the best two as far as getting soilless. This is an Oasis cube. Okay, right, now that's the net cup. That's a net cup. I'm gonna pass it to you. Inside of there, you can pass it around. There's something called an Oasis cube. I'm gonna pass both to you. Yep, that's Oasis cube. Yep. Pass both. I'm gonna pass both to you. Both of them are sponges. Oasis cubes and planting sponges. There's an organic planting sponge made of a particular type of soil that's pressed. And you have Oasis cubes. Okay. The elder. And in there, a kit for the elder. Come on in, come on up. If you register, we got you. We got more kids. We might need to get some more chairs, but we got more kids. You can get that chair right back there. Hey, this is my thing. Right? Delilah Blues in the house. Nice to meet everybody. I'm so happy here.
Let me get. There's a chair right there.
You can take that. Yup, take these two chairs. I'm gonna keep going. So the medium, keep it going around. The one inside the small neck cup, that's called an Oasis cube. Say Oasis cube. It's like a compounded soil structure. It dissolves over time in water, and you can actually plant seeds inside of it. And it's water friendly, but also it's pump friendly, and it breaks down over time as it grows, as your plant grows, and it doesn't damage your pumps. So that's one of the reasons why we use this is Oasis cube. Okay, I'm gonna take it out. And this one right here, this is called a planting sponge. It's just like the Oasis cube. It's made out of a soil, a very deep soil.
So they have it. What's in front of them?
Oh yeah.
What's in front of them?
Yeah, yeah. So you can see it.
And Levi, inside the bag,
Yes.
they have the cubes.
They got every something.
So you can, as you're talking about things, just have them
Yep.
in their bag.
It's in your bag. So right. So this one particularly, this one is not different. This in place of the Oasis cube, you have this. Okay. Which is the veggie cube. You put your seed at the top. When you wet it, put your seed in, and you might want to wet it a couple of times afterwards. And then you're going to start to grow from there. But I just wanted you to see the mediums that you can grow in. All right? Yes, I'm going to show you how to use it too. Yeah, this is an Oasis cube. It's related. It's related. It's the same type of thing. You wet it, you put your seed in, and then you put it. And I'm gonna show you the technique. So everybody together? Yeah, everybody together. I won't lose nobody. So let's go over our mediums again. Stones, rocks, and gravel. I'm gonna say that. Hey, I'm a teacher.
Rocks and gravel.
You say that? Yeah, I know that you got it. Cocoa core. Cocoa core, again, is the grounded up coconut. It is not soil, it's a soil substrate. When you wet it, it expands. You can put your seed in it. Come on, you can get to a chair. There's a chair right there, Baba. You can, when you wet it, you can put your seed in, cover it over, and it's made from dried up, grounded up coconut barks. There's no bacteria in this. It's the clean. Okay, once your seed grows in it, if you want to put it in, transfer your plant to a new medium, you put it inside the cotton and sit it right inside your net cup and let your seedling continue to grow. Or you can grow directly in the sponge itself. I'll show you that in a second. All right. So, everybody say cocoa core. Cocoa core. And the last one that I'm gonna go over, other than the Oasis cube and the sponge, I made sure y'all got that to make y'all job easy. Right? It's leaker stones. Now, you can grow in the leaker stones, just like the rocks, but most times when you see leaker stones being used and planting, it is being used to hold up the stem of the plant. You know how you have a seedling and it's grown, and you say, oh, I want to take it out the soil? So now that you want to take it out the soil, I'm going to show it to you. I don't have to say it, I can show you. Hey baby, welcome to Veggie World. This is what Mr. Levi doing on a regular. I won't use that. I'll use these right here. Yeah, I have the side. And I'm gonna, hey babe, do we got those blue strips? I'm gonna take out the I'm gonna take this out.
Oh yeah.
Planted strip, yeah. I'm gonna take this out and show you how to do that.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Told you. One thing about it, I'm a botanist. Can you be gentle with my girls? That's an Oasis cube or a veggie sponge. That's bok choy that's sprouted. So, yeah. So let's say we dealing with soil. Let's say you want to get out of soil, right? So you want to transplant. Now I can either do this right. I can open this up, right? And I can put it inside of one of these cubes, and then I can let it finish its journey inside the neck cup until it gets long enough we can take it out. Or, so you want to change from medium. You say, hey, I don't want to be in this oasis cube no more. Wow. Hold it. Yeah, it's plant like, watch this. Remember what I said, if you wanted to change mediums, say you no longer want to be in an oasis cube, or say you were growing in soil, and you want to change the medium of growth, you can always take the oasis cube, which by the way is like mainly like a sand, it's not really soil. No, you understand, for something to be soil, real soil, you have to have life forms in it. That's what creates real soil. Peace. Okay? So, this is a soil structure. It's not a bacterium in it. So, technically, it's not soil. Okay. So, you see what I'm doing? Yes. I simply be gentle, and now I am going to transfer. I took the soil off of this. I took the oasis soil, or oasis substrate off. Now I put it inside the cup. Now I'm going to place it inside the neck cup. Now we're in a whole new clean grow. New environment. So you see, you can go from substrate, but you got to be careful and you got to do it at the right time. Okay? You want to get your kids. Planted. Yeah. I'm coming after you, bro. Okay? Now, to make your job easier, can I use yours for a second? To make your job easier, I supplied you Amanda, who I am like totally like geeked out about these. I think I'm gonna just keep buying them now. I don't care. We gonna manufacture them. Yes, please. All right. See, my technique is be able to make everything you get. You don't lose your life. So now these veggie cubes or planting cubes, the vegetation planting cubes, are biodegradable soil based. When they get wet, you wet it a couple of times, I'm going to wet it. See, I wet it. Okay, I got some more flow, right? Hydroponics. The water, the flowing of the water is to keep stagnation from happening. Why is it that not all hydroponics? The one hydroponics setup that doesn't always use moving water is crack key. Everybody say crack key.
Crack key.
That's I know, right? That's John Crack key is the name of the person. But it's when your plants are suspended and sitting in water, and the roots continually to drink off like in your grandma's house. They continue to drink off of the glass. That's crack key. Okay. But what happens over time, is that sitting water starts to what? Mildew, stagnate. Right. All of those things. So what hydroponics does is that if it keeps the water moving so that the water stays healthy. Oxygenation. Because you want your roots to stay hydrated but oxygenated, meaning they get oxygen in the air. Moving water holds air. Non-moving water breeds bacteria. Mosquitoes breed in what? Non-moving water. So when you keep your water moving, you're keeping your water healthy. Alright? And you also feed your water. Yes, ma'am.
Spell that crack.
K. Alright, here we go, family. Yes, no. I have been working and teaching for years. This is what I do. K R A F T Crack is KRAKTY. Crack key, and if you push that at crack key growing and planting, it'll come up. KRAKTY. There we go. Now you wet it in again, put your seed in. We talk about being clean. You're gonna place it into your grower. But we're gonna get down to that because it's on your paper. So okay, so there it is. And now you see why we're saying we're keeping it what? Clean. Because the whole thing is we don't want particulate matter inside of the pumps, and And we also, in some cases, you don't want that much bacteria. You're going to get some, but you're dealing with light. But you try to keep it clean in hydroponics with the soil. Okay? So now, I'm going to pass this next one. Y'all mind getting a little wet, do you? This is not growing in soil. Look inside. Okay, I'm teaching you how to grow without using soil. Why am I teaching this? Number one thing is that getting land in the cities is hard. I've built over 3 to 4 different sites that you all know about. Milky Farms. Okay, you know about Milky Farms? I have to rebuild Milky Farms. Okay, so you hear about the house you know? I've actually helped you work for house you know. Okay, we also have something like Global Leadership, Southwest Leadership Academy over at 58 and the Parkway. That's another site that we're working on. So as you see, having access to land or land around your house even, being able to have seedlings growing and have them regenerate constantly. Hydroponics is one of the fastest ways to produce seedlings. Is it going around? Okay, so all those seeds are growing on a napkin in water. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do that. Hold on. We got your kid coming. We got your kid coming. You got his kid? You got hers? Okay.
So what is that growing? What is that little thing?
Okay, so which one? Which one?
No, two little magazines, right? What is that?
That's bok choy, or either that's bok choy or that's arugula or kale. I have 3 that I put in, and I did it for this class. I actually put them in on Monday.
Monday.
Yes. So let me tell you another thing about.
Grounded up already?
Everybody say sprouting.
Sprouting.
That's sprouting. So the technique we use for that is pressure. Okay? And my wife, she got on me. She got on me about this technique. And of course, you know, working that out. So pressure. So we went over the mediums. Did we go over the mediums?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna go over how to use your particular grower. All right? And we're gonna go over sprouting. All right. Everybody together? I know that's a lot of movement, so as a teacher, I always want to make sure everybody together.
We'll see how.
All right. So now, not to get delayed, I'm going to go over 3 particular systems in growing hydroponics that you will always use. The one that's on the table that your kid, which is hand built, and West Philadelphia. You know I gotta be proud of it. No one to look a little bit. That's what my teachers told me. Do it for yourself. Build your own. Right? We have our own industry. Everything on this table was built and assembled by black hands. Okay? So now, the system you have on the table is called DWC. Say DWC.
DWC.
That's deep water culture. You can write it down on your paper, on this paper too, because this is this one.
Yeah, it's already, yeah.
It's on there?
It's on there already.
Okay, don't worry about it. You ain't gotta write it. That's Levi just being a teacher.
Yeah, so if I may, the papers that you have in front of you, has everything. So these are guides on how to start your seeds and then also how to maintain the very kit that you have in front of you. And the kit that you have in front of you is a DWC, which stands for deep water culture. There's many different types of hydroponic setups. This is the one that you all have, it's DWC.
All right. I need one of those papers.
I got you.
You got me? Yep. Because I'm gonna walk you through this. Y'all about to become guerrilla growers in the basement like me, so get ready. Yes. We about to get arms in the basement, at the back of the house, on the front of the house, everywhere you are. You like this? Oh yeah, I know you do. This is one of my brothers that study with me. Maybe he even helps make it to one of these. Yes. All right. Here we go. So deep water culture. This is, everybody can do this. Even if you don't want to do it in pure hydroponic style with the soilless mediums that you've learned about, here's an experiment to try. Even before this, you take any potted plant, you sit it on, what's going to happen is you can sit it in the water. You sit the tip of the pot in the water. You extend the plant. It has to sit, but it has to sit on top of the water. And the water has to meet the tip of the pot. Listen to me. And what's going to happen is, if you have an air bubbler or a pump, all you're going to do is turn the pump on and let it turn the water. You already put your seed in here, it's sprouted, and all that now that's happening is that your deep water culture, your water is now enriching in your roots, and you're giving your plant water continuously. And that water is moving. And your lights, of course, are here. Okay? So, in deep water culture, you sit your plants on the water till it meets the water. So you have root to water contact. Say root to water contact.
Root to water contact.
You see here? You're going to put the water to the tips of those cups.
Okay.
You're not going to saturate it, just to the tips of the cups. Tips. And when it hits the tips of those cups, your seedling will start to drink. Once you see the first two leaves emerge, bam! Fill it to the tip, turn your pump on, turn your light on. Coming over. Nope. You're going to sit it in. Use your cup, but that's automatic. This is a smaller one. You're going to sit it in, fill up the water to the tip of the cups, and you have your light over. You start your pump, and automatically your water is going to oxygenate your roots, and the light is going to stimulate your plant to start growing. Oh, man, that's good. Good question. Some people use timers. Okay, now I don't expect the average person in the hood to have timers on their plants. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. If you can get a timer, which they sell at the corner store, at the dollar store, like you can get timers, by the way, and you can put your light on it. And it costs $15, some places $10, right? I'm not going to hold you, you can do that, right? But I don't expect everybody to run out here and get timers.
I use a timer on my phone.
Right. I love it. Thank you. I needed that, right. No, we're talking about a lifetime, but that's good though. I like that joke. I needed that. But I know everybody ain't gonna go run to get time. So let's be real. If you have a light, make sure that your light is 4 to 5 inches away from your plant. That is a healthy distance for the plant to have warmth, but not to burn up. Yes, ma'am.
May I make a suggestion also? So plants, a lot like us, a good rule of thumb is we usually sleep, maybe some of us 5 to 8 hours a night. So Farmer Levi, I don't know if this would be a good suggestion.
Turn off the lights.
Yeah, while you're up, the light is on your plant, and when you go to sleep, just like in nature, when the moon comes out and the sun rotates and all of that, so just
That's
kind
right.
of thought, and it don't have to be, it don't have to be too critical. You know what I mean? You go into bed, click the light off.
And that's another thing. So yes.
I have a sunroom, so I get like full sun
Right.
in my room. Is that enough?
That's enough.
Great.
So let's say you get about 5 to 6 hours at least. That's good. And if you have an intensity, your seedlings will take off, and you can just get on a steady flow. So that you might not grow as fast as some other places because they have more sunlight. There's certain areas, rooms, and plant rooms. But if that room gets 5 to 6 hours of light, you good.
Okay.
So, yes. All right, so y'all good? Yeah. So y'all understand that in deep water culture, you want root to water contact. Sit your nut cup on the what? Water. If you notice when you put it in, it already sits there for you. All you gotta do is fill it up to the tips of the nut cups. Yes.
Before we move on to anything else, since we talk about light,
Oh, this is ready.
Yes.
does the color of the light affect the mood?
Some plants react more to red light. Some plants react more to white and blue light.
Okay.
So you got tropic plants and certain hot plants that might like the red light. Some plants that are nightshades might like it. All right, nightshades are plants that can grow in very little light. Every plant is a nightshade. Okay, and there's a lot of different nightshades. You can look them up. Okay. But I'll give you an example of one, and that is eggplant. That's a nightshade plant.
Okay.
Those are plants that don't need as much light. They can do that 6 hours. They can do 4, 5 hours, 6 hours a day. Right? And there's some plants that need 8 to 12 hours a day. You understand? So nightshades are usually plants that need very little light. So the color light that you use is according to the temperament of the plant. You got it? All right.
I just wanted everybody to understand where,
That's good.
you know, where we at.
I love the test. Come on.
Just another question for you, Farmer Levi. I know we're talking about, so we're talking about hydroponics, and we're talking about the plant. How comfortable does everyone feel with starting the seeds?
Oh, that's where we're about to go. Are you ready? That's where I was segueing to.
Okay.
So before I get to the setting of the seeds, right? I need to know that you know when you fill up your tank, you're going to fill up your tank to the tip of this what? To the tip of this neck cup. Though that it is written, I'm going to say it again. If you fill this up with too much water, you'll drown your seed. So only to the tip of the neck cup. Make sure that your. Did I use it? Or she put it in there? Oh, use that one. So, now look at the bottom. It's already ready for the neck cup. You see that? So when you sit it in your neck cup, this is going to sit at the bottom and touch the water. The seedlings, the roots is going to travel right through it, right down into the water. Over a month time, 28 days, 14 days, 28 days time, it's going to travel right down into the bottom, into the tank. Okay, so it's designed already for us. Okay, clean. Now, who did I take this from? So, make sure, I'm going to say it one more time, because here's what I've seen people do. They'll overwater. They'll send it all the way up and then wonder why their seedlings are overwatered and their seedlings are struggling to grow. Too much water. Okay?
Question.
Yes.
Can you still use hydroponics with certain vegetables that grow underground?
Yes, that's deep. Now, you know what?
I like
deep
that.
water.
I like that.
Deep water culture is possible. I'll explain. You see how this tray is sitting on the water? I want you now to imagine a large, I don't want my back to y'all, 2 feet, 3 feet of a soil medium or gravel or rock. And under that medium, there's flowing water channels. The beets, I know who's going there, and the potatoes. You can use cocoa coir or some other soft medium. The roots will keep on growing straight through the container that's sitting on the water, and it will feed the containment through the water holes at the bottom. And the plants can form in the inside of the cocoa coir soil type medium. Why do I keep saying soil type? Because there's no bacteria in it. That's what makes it not soil. I say soil type because it still comes from earth. Not me? All right. So did I answer that? That's a deep water culture. It is a way that they basically have deep water culture farming, agricultural, hydroponic farming. Okay, there's hydroponic farming. Everything is not NFC. Everything is not deep water culture. So there's different types of growing with different types of mediums, especially with different types of plants. Understood? Did I show you that one? Your technique. You see this? I want you to don't see the seedlings. Now see an actual bar, a container sitting on top of that water. And in that container, there's more soil type of medium, and that plant is growing a bulb at the bottom, and its roots are still going down into the water.
So it'll be the same.
It'll
still be the same.
And you don't have to necessarily use ground soil. And if you want to get cheap, you have to. Hey, this is not a technical experience. But in the world of hydroponics, people get some type of way about that you use soil, so I don't want to get in trouble. All right. So did I explain it? Okay. Now let's get to this tank. Sprouting. Okay. Now, can I use yours? Actually, I don't have to keep using yours. I got one right. I just need a sponge. Plant sponge. Yep. So we can keep it clean. I got a cup. And I'm gonna give you all the next sprout. Everybody write on your paper sprouting.
Yeah, or right next to.
Yeah.
There's on the back side it says I got okay.
Guy
I got
for beginners.
for you.
All right,
How to start seeds with hydroponics.
All right, here we go. Right here. You don't need to. Right here. Look, you got it right. I knew she was gonna get me. She said, "Man, I done typed it up in front of the boy. You better use it."
My 8 pin is a bit
She was gonna get me.
extreme.
I said, "Oh, I didn't know." So here we go. I was gonna do it by words and then read it, but I love it. Okay, I got to hang with you more. I love it, man. Thank you. Okay.
I wasn't sure. I didn't want to read.
Oh,
So we're gonna read together, and then I'll physically do it. Okay, here we go.
We got 30 minutes.
Right on. All right, here we go. We all together?
Yes.
All right. How to start seeds with hydroponics, step by step guide for beginners. Gather your materials. Net cups, right? You got your net cup here. All right. Grow medium, you choose. You're gonna do rocks. You might use the cocoa core. You might use the Oasis cube or the plant sponge. Okay. You got it.
And the cocoa core, just so everyone knows, in your bag, this will be a good time maybe can we go through the bag?
Yeah. Let's go through the bag.
Since you just mentioned all those things.
All right. So you can open it. I hope I ain't overwhelming nobody. Okay. Oh yeah, so go in. Go ahead. Oh, okay, I'm gonna open one right here.
yeah.
Yep.
You don't have a bag.
Here we go.
There you go.
What did you need?
Okay.
Well, let us have a bag so you can tell us.
Oh, here, I got you. I got
Oh yeah, hold on to yours. Yeah. Oh, that's the black woman right there. That's my friend. That's my friend.
I got you right
Best
there.
thing to grow with in the world. Seeds. When you pop a seed in cocoa core, straight up, it's clean. The seed is not fighting the medium.
This is the cocoa.
No, that is a clay for everybody. Okay, we're gonna go over here.
Let's go to it.
And you want to wet it? I got it.
Yeah, I'm ready. Everybody say cocoa core?
Okay, this is the cocoa cube.
Yep, that's the disc. That's the cocoa core disc.
Here you go.
Yep.
You want a whole bunch of these? Yeah.
Now let me tell you why I love this. This is made from crushed coconuts.
Wow.
All right, and sometimes when you buy it in boxes in bulk, when you wet it as a brick, it just blows all the way up. So I'm going to show you. Hold on. There we go. Give me a couple of minutes.
Get your phone wet now.
Yes.
Yes.
You see it getting bigger?
Can't see.
I see it. Oh, wow.
I'm going to leave it like that for a minute.
Yeah, look at it.
And once you wet it, it
Nature
expands.
is amazing.
And it's still growing, yes.
Nature is so amazing.
That is pressed coconut. Okay, pressed is a bulb. It's like a tree bulb. You have cocoa core, which is coconut. And you have peat. Okay, peat. Everybody say peat moss.
Peat moss.
And peat moss is from it's trees that are grounded up and put into pellets. Or sometimes this is a powder. You have the cocoa core, which is like a moss. Then you have also peat moss, which is just regular trees. A lot of the peat moss we get comes from Canada. Okay, and that's what's used to fill up soil. It's used to act as a filler for soil. Okay, by itself it has no biome, meaning it has no life in it other than the substance itself. Got it? Yes.
Did you want that down there?
I got you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Wet the cocoa core.
Okay, yeah. So that cocoa. And listen, now the reason, yeah, you see how big that got? Thank you. The reason why.
Pass it around.
Yeah, pass it around. Cocoa. The reason why I love the substance. As a botanist, an agricultural teacher, somebody like to grow plants.
Right?
A lot of soils are heavy,
These are the colors.
and when soils are very heavy, if you're popping seeds, opening seeds, sometimes the weight of that soil, when you're starting to grow sprout seeds, sometimes it's so heavy, it can actually make the seed have to struggle to grow your together. So, cocoa core, peat moss, as far as sprouting is concerned, there's a light soil and it's easiest to grow. Okay, just to speed up the process.
So if I may, just so everyone is clear, in the bags that you have, they're all different types of growing mediums, including the brown cube grow sponges that you all got. We'd like you to start with those, but we wanted to give you some other things that you can grow in once you get really good at this. You know what I mean? Once you
All
get
of them
really
is
good at
good,
it.
but different. Okay, so let me give you a little. Can I finish going over the material? So let me finish going over.
Nature is amazing.
So you see in the cocoa core.
Yes.
So the next one You can put your seed in here. This is a cotton, yeah. This is a cotton sponge, right? There's sponges. You can put your seed in here and wet it. Where's that tray at that I had passed around?
Right here, right here.
The microbreeze tray.
Right here.
There's one. Here. Now y'all ready for the next one? This is your mind, do you? Please pay attention, pull your pen out. Ready? Another way to sprout. There's two water trays. There's another water
I have
tray.
it. I got it.
Got it? Yep. I'll show you how to do this at home. This is rolled in tissue. Paper towel.
Gotcha.
At the bottom, there's holes. See them? You lay down paper towel. Or, in this case, we're not going to use paper towel. What are we going to use? The sponges. Cotton sponge. There's holes at the bottom of this tray. You put water in one tray, sit it in the other tray. Okay, thank you. You may put the tissue down. That's another tradition, right?
Very old.
Right. But we're not going to use tissue. Let's step up. Sponges down. Put the seed in, wet it. And then there's another one of these same trays on top. Sit it under the light. Or sit it, another black tray, and a trash bag, black trash bag. Sit it under the light. We're gonna read about it in a second. And that's in about 4 days. Check on it periodically, wet it, and this is what you get. Then you're gonna pull those sponges out, put them right inside of your net cup, and let them start their journey. All right? So that's the pressure technique. Yeah, the pressure technique. All right? Pressure technique. And then the other technique, we're gonna read about it. Can I just speed up a little bit? Because I know time is of the essence.
We got like 20 minutes.
Okay, we can go back and read. Everybody say trash bag.
Trash bag.
What you're gonna do? You're gonna wet this. This rose sponge. You're gonna wet it 2 times, both of them. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Put your seed in. Might want to do a couple more. You're gonna wrap this up in a black trash bag. Real tight. Whoa. The whole thing. Wrap this whole thing up. A black trash bag or any black bag. I'm saying black for some people would use any color. Because your seeds like to sprout into what? Your seeds like to sprout in what? So you're gonna wrap this up in black trash bag. If you can get a nice light and sit it over top for 2-3 days, check it on it periodically. When you come back, seeds are gonna be sprouting. Once you finish that, take it out. Hold on, this way, hold it here. Because that might answer it.
3 days.
Once it's done, you see it sprouted, fill it up.
I think that's
1, 2, fill it up to the tip, put your light under, put your light over.
Put your light.
Alright.
Put the light on.
Once you see that it's sprouted now, right? Fill it up to the tips, the light over top, turn the pump on so you can turn the water. Now you're ready to begin. Start. So, one of the fastest ways, if you don't use the pressure technique, wrap this whole box up in black trash bags. We're gonna give y'all the pictures too. These are pictures for me. Yeah, I got it.
And just so you all know, next week we're going to be meeting on Zoom if you're available on Wednesday at 7. And it's also as a refresher to kind of see how your progress is, because we want to make sure that everyone, has a firm understanding of what we're doing. And it's actually, because by next Wednesday,
same thing.
you'll have sprouts. Your seeds will have sprouted. If you go home and get started,
Yeah.
your sprout, you will have plants by next week.
So remember, okay, ready?
Understand what you did again.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Watch what I'm gonna do. Because I did it earlier.
That's the trash bag you just made, right?
You put your seed in there.
Okay. It's
Put your seed in there.
It's already done.
See, okay, so at this point, there's no seed in there.
Okay.
You just put it in. It's wet. You put your seed in this one. This one is wet. You're going to put that top back on top just to hold that in. You are going to place this inside of a trash bag and tie it up.
But no water yet.
There's already been water. Remember I said water. Put it down, the light over top. 2 to 3 days, check on it periodically. When you come back, you may have to water again. You come back probably by the 3rd or 4th day. The seed is already opened up. Once it's open, once you see that it's open, it's set. You say, oh man, my seedlings popped. Yay! It's victory! It's popped open! It's popped open! Victory! We did it! So once we got there, you put it in. You put your pump in. I know y'all got it. There's a pump right there, right? You put your pump in. The water is up to the tips. And you turn it on. And it's already up now. You're under the lights. 4 inches what? 4 inches or what? 4 inches away. 4 to 5 inches away. That lamp is on top. The pump is rolling. The seeds have opened with the 2 leaves. Bam. You're now going. You're on your way.